Hey, what up? It's Red Fox, White Fox here, and I'm going to show you my sketchbook. So, this used to be the back of the sketchbook because it had all this published cover that kind of ripped out with the spiral binder. And then, after that ripped out, then my first picture ripped out, which made me pretty mad. And then my second drawing ripped out, which I was okay with because it sucked. But then my friend had the smart idea to make me flip the back of it over to the front. And so I ended up decorating it. And this says Peyton. And this in hieroglyphics says Peyton. And this is my last name. And then this is Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls because I was totally obsessed with it at the time. And this was the Bill Cipher wheel that I just did in pencil because hello, who doesn't get bored in classes? But this was at the beginning of my 6th grade year, and I finished it pretty recently. This is Flowey because at the end of this I was obsessing over Undertale. Here's a horrible, horrible drawing of Sans, which you'll see more horrible drawings of him later. So, it was around Christmas time. This is my 3rd drawing, because remember the 2 got ripped out. So, Merry Christmas. And then I remember distinctively of a post on Instagram that I did. And it was like, what color should I make her eyes? And someone ended up posting, make them blue. So I made them blue because I think they would look good. This has got to be one of the best ones I've done. This is a person with a weird hair lump. I ended up naming her Lydia because I felt like that was a good name for her. And she has a really sick braid for no reason. And signature. Did I do a signature on the other one? Oh, yep, okay. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I went back through all of these and added signatures. So this is from an anime called Soul Eater, and there's like 3 drawings in here from Soul Eater. And this is supposed to be Maka. The only good thing I think I did on this was her uniform and her hair. Her hair was really good. And Soul Eater was the worst thing ever here. I have a friend named Tati. And she doesn't wear clothes like this, but I just put her in these because I think it would look good. This was my first time doing Madoka Magica styled eyes, which I think it turned out pretty well. And I also did some shading here and there. This is Death the Kid from Soul Eater. I don't think I did well on his top part, but look at that uniform. I did really well in the uniform. I'm very proud of myself. And I did some shading. Because at this point I was like, okay, I need to shade stuff. This is Krona, which I did horrible on, screw that. But Ragnarok, he looks amazing. I did a really good Ragnarok. I was very proud of myself, but Krona looked horrible. Okay. So Tati was like, oh, let me draw something in your book. And I'm like, fine. And so she ended up drawing this. And I'm like, that's not how anime works. It's really not. This again was from Soul Eater, however it was my own OC fan character. Her name was Viper Gordon, and she was sister of Krona and daughter of Medusa. So I ended up drawing her hand because Medusa had a tattoo with a snake. So I wanted to make a snake tattoo for her. So this is her hand, and this is supposed to be like, her hand's supposed to be like right here, and this is like continued. So there's that. And this is who I ended up naming Kayako, because I had the inspiration from Madoka Magica, Kayako in that. This shirt, I have something like this, like it, not exactly like it. And then this hoodie, it's like made of wool, and it's really saggy, and I used to wear it all the time. My voice is starting to crack. So yeah, there's Kayako. And then I think I named this girl Carolina. But I wear the same kind of clothes. Yeah, and I gave her a ponytail because why not? Now my 8th grade friend drew this for me. And she's like, here, give me your sketchbook. And then she ended up just sketching this out, and I ended up coloring it. And then with the cat ears and stuff, I ended up naming her Bailey because this reminded me way too much of Blair, so I made it her daughter. Because why not? And then my 8th grade friend also drew little kitty and dragon, and I tried to finish off the dragon, which I failed epically. Now this is me in a nutshell, except for I have blue eyes, but if this one had blue eyes, this would be me in a nutshell anime version. I did very well in the hair. I'm very proud of myself. But this is what I used to wear almost all the time with that scarf. And because a lot of times I'll take what I wear and put them into my pictures. Alright, the next one is based off another anime which I only got like 5 episodes into. It's Fate Kaline Prisma Ilia, and I just really wanted to make myself a girl. And so this is Lyra, and the wands, this is like a magical girl one, and they had wands that had names and could talk, and their names was Sapphire and Ruby, so I ended up making one named Amethyst. And this was my first thing in art class. I remember it because I used a different kind of pencil that my art teacher had, and I really liked them. So I have this book on Quotev, and it's called Crossworld Academy, and it has this genie in it named Jenna, and I decided to draw a genie because why not? And this is how I see them. But yeah, it's not very good, obviously. And then my friend came up to me and she was like, hey, have you ever tried to draw someone crying? I'm like, no. And so she asked me to draw someone crying, and so I would imagine them like they just came out of the soaking wet rain, because that's how I started to draw her hair. So I just made it like that. And she's crying. Yeah, why not? Okay, and this is one that I was going to do. This is when I literally started to ditch the anime style. I was really bored, and I just decided to draw a girl with dragon wings, and I made her Rila, the dragon princess. I'm pretty sure she had something behind it, but I don't remember what it was. My video is gonna cut out any minute here. And then I just drew her randomly. So anyway, as I was saying, there's Rila. And this is the time when I really started to get back into Five Nights at Freddy's, because I used to be like obsessed with it. And I always had this one idea of Leah the Leopard's Diamond, because it was Freddy Fazbear's and stuff, so it was just like another alternative universe kind of thing. Not really. Never mind, screw what I just said. It's like an alternative for the game. And this was like a replacement. It was Leah the Leopard. And I remember her distinctly. I know there was an eagle, and so I named it Aaron the Eagle. And this is Rebecca the Raccoon. I don't think it was a raccoon. Before I think it was a bear, and I think I named it Bera the Bear, and then I looked back on it and I realized how dumb that was, so I named it Rebecca. And so, this is something I never finished. I remember Scar was supposed to be a tiger. I know he was a tiger, and I never finished this because I moved back out of the fandom really quickly. But yeah, Scar's ship. And that's supposed to be like Foxy's Cove or something. Anyway. There's that. And cue Gravity Falls. I originally really wanted to make a daughter for Bill, and I don't even know what was wrong with me at this point, but I do remember I made Journal 4, yay! Bailey Cypher, another Bailey, of course, yay, why not? I'm glad how I did her legs. I think her legs are very well drawn in this. But earlier I learned that it was really easy to draw Gravity Falls style, is because they had such original shapes. This one was a really bad drawing. I know I did Wendigo. I don't know why I named her Wendigo. I just remember distinctly that I named her Wendigo. But Wendigo was a bit better. And it was really easy to draw them because they have like noodle bodies. And their eyes were distinctive and stuff. So. And then I decided to name this one Reality in a Nutshell. Where the guy's like, yeah, I like you. And I really wanted to draw a different nose for them because I know they had different noses other than just the normal round one. So this is my chance. And then I was going to draw a normal girl, but then I just ended up drawing a boy. And then I said, why not? Draw a girl next to him. But yeah, they like each other. And then it's hi, and it says, oh, hello. And then that arms though, they look so dumb. And then of course I drew someone else randomly because I wanted to. I knew I wanted to have the mystery shack in the background, so, and then I just drew someone, and I could never get her leg right. It was bothering me so much, and I just kind of gave up on it. But this is a random girl, and she's saying, Wendy, wait up, because why not throw in another character from the actual show? I'll put that green. Look at that grass. Oh my god. Yeah, that's cool. Why not on her shirt? Now, this was the chance when I watched Echoes. She's a YouTuber, and she draws. This is when I watched some of Echo's videos in her first sketchbook tour. I wanted to draw a rabbit, so I drew a rabbit. Rabbits roar. And then I remembered I drew a normal rabbit, and I'm like, I kind of want to shadow this, because before Echo has had like a bunch of shadowed stuff in her sketchbook. So I tried to shadow it, and I'm pretty sure I did horrible. But yeah, there's me trying to shadowed, trying to remake this, but in like a different version. Horrible drawing of Gravity Falls, and voices cracking, and I drew that because why not? And this was the time when I started to get out of Gravity Falls. This was inspired by my friend because she drew me, so she never really worked on anime, right? And this is totally unfair, in my opinion. She drew that for me, and I'm like, that's not fair, because I've been drawing anime forever, and then she goes and draws this, and I'm like, that's not fair. How did you do that? And so I decided to try to like remake that style, which I was originally gonna make it a girl, but of course I kind of failed at that, and I'm like, a guy, cause whatever. So there's that. Random Gravity Falls character. Oh, I was drawing this because my sister wanted to know how to draw Gravity Falls, so I drew that. And this is back to DWMA and Soul Eater. And so here's one of my OCs, and it was just character breakdowns, like blonde hair, cut evenly, and it was Meister. Her weapon is Catherine, and this is Catherine. Chain whip sword. I don't know, I saw that the description of a sword like this somewhere else, but divided into sections for ability to whip. And it was a bunch of weird stuff. So there's those two. And then I made Daoya, Yin and Yang, because we were studying ancient China and Taoism, so I really wanted to make Yin and Yang as weapons. And then I ended up just making Daoya off of Taoism. So there's those guys. And cue Undertale Apocalypse. So this is Sans, and I'm horrible at drawing Sans. Oh my god, I can't even explain how horrible I am at that. But yeah, it's supposed to be like him finding out that his frickin' brother's dead. Congratulations. And this is another sketch by the 8th grader. Cue Undertale OC. So this is Corsavia, off of Monotype Corsavia, and I learned earlier today that many people have a Corsavia, and I'm like, why? Why? I thought I was original. Anyway, here's her, I guess, Corsavia. And then I would really like the AU universe of alternative universe of Outer Tail, so I drew an Outer Tail version of her, which wasn't that very good. And then I ended up drawing Kara and Jaden, Frisk and Kara, genocide, pacifist, and then I'm like, what about neutral? And so I made up my own neutral character named Jaden. Yay, hi Jaden. Yeah, okay. And then this was the end page, and I really wanted to do something special, so I just wrote the end, and then I was doing Undertale, I did Gravity Falls again, I did Napstablook, I did Monster Kid, horrible me, still can't draw Sans, Flowey, that was a really good face of him, Omega Flowey, which I never finished, and horrible drawing of Corsavia. So I think we can go for my second sketchbook that I just started. Alright, I'll see you with my other one. And we're back with my sketchbook now. And this one's a hardcover, so it shouldn't come off as easily. And of course I had to customize it with just a calligraphy pen from my art teacher and some rubber cement, which means this is going to be way nicer than my other one. So let's get started. Peyton's sketchbook. So I have this friend named Zoe, and she's really threatening, and a lot of people, I'll be like, Zoe, get them, and then she'll just chase them and they'll be terrified of her. So if you look any further, you are the scum of the earth, and I will send my attack dog Zoe on you, unless you have my permission. I meant to put a smiley face there for that, but yeah, that's my beginning of my sketchbook. Isn't that lovely? I left this page blank because my 8th grade friend, she draws OCs sometimes for other people, and she's drawing my OC for Undertale, which I named Melody, and she's a fox, and she's supposed to be like Meditaton's adopted daughter. So let's get started. And so I really wanted to start off this sketchbook with something normal. So I drew a kitty cat that was horrible. Meow. Just some fancy font because I wanted to. But yeah, there's a horrible cat. Turning the page. And this is one of my favorites because Nastablook is amazing. So I wrote his name is cursive. And just in case you don't know cursive, there's Nastablook. Nastablock. I used to say block, but until Zoe kept saying, it's Blook. So now I'm just saying Blook. Nastablook. So, he's literally one of the easiest people to draw. I can't draw Flowey the flower. I can't draw him as a flower, but I can draw Nastablook, and I can, I'll show you that page. Pathetic house times 200 equals ghost fight. So yeah, the theme song that plays while you're in his house, sped up by 200, is his actual theme when you fight him. And then here's his famous quote: not feeling up to it right now. Sorry. It's just something that makes me laugh every single time. Next page, I drew Car and Frisk because why not? So Mercy, and there's Frisk. I haven't colored this because why not? And then Kara with the fight button, and she goes, Kara, yay, Kara. And then this is apparently an F in cursive, and I never knew that, so I just drew Frisk and Kara. And this looks like a freaking taco, but it's her knife. I don't even care. I don't know how to draw knives, apparently. You know how I mentioned I can't draw Flowey? I can't draw him as a freaking flower, but I can draw him as an omega. I don't get my logic, however, it's just like that, because I like to complicate things, I guess. And so yeah, I'm very proud of these front. This is based off Camellia Convius, I think you say it. But this is based off her Flowey with the arms coming down right here, because I like the arms on hers. So I really like the claws that I put on it, on the 3 ends, because it had like the bubbleness. I don't know, I just really like that. So here's a bunch of random thorns that I drew along with him, and then here's the other stems of thorns, and more thorns. This is supposed to be like a neutral or genocide. Ooh, neutral, yeah. Playthrough of it, because I didn't know I was playing neutral, but anyway, ended up doing that. And so there was the fight button, which I had to use a lot. So there's the fight, and then all the big Flowey bombs coming down, and then this is the weird things that he has. My description of Flowey. Oh my god, okay, I know these don't exist, but whatever, I made them because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just wanted to make it like that. So yeah, I added the eyes and stuff after looking at my friend's absolutely realistic drawing of it, and I had to make in some edits because this was all based off memory. But But yeah, I added some glitches and his weird face and the 2 eyes here. So yeah, Omega Flowey. Okay, I need to sign this. Let's see. Next, I tried to draw Papyrus and I obviously failed. I can't draw Papyrus. Yeah. Just yeah. I can't draw Papyrus. Yeah. Yeah, there's Paps. And I finally tried to draw him as a flower, and I kind of did it, but I know his petals are like too pointy and stuff. See, I can't draw him as a freaking flower, but I can draw him as an omega. Yeah, grassy stuff. Why? And this is him talking. He's like, why? And then because this is Frisk, and instead of pushing fight, she's pushing mercy. And so he's like, why? I started this in my 2nd period, and then my teacher came up and he took it away from me. Oh, you know what's hilarious? I was drawing this in my 2nd period, and he took it away from me. And while I was drawing this, because obviously it's really weird, he just takes a look back at me, and he just looks at me with like this weird stare, and I'm just like, don't look at my stuff. And so he took me away while I was drawing a flower. And I just finished it. I was originally just going to draw him, and then I ended up just adding Frisk and the Y during my 3rd period. So there was this one book, and I tried to draw a cat. Yeah, this is kind of just a screw-up page, which I kind of need to tear out. And this is one of the ones I'm working on. So I made a neutral, right? And then I realized there's 2 ways to play neutral. You can spare all the mini monsters and kill all the big monsters, or you can mercy all the big monsters and kill all the mini monsters, right? So this one is where you spare all the big monsters, and so it's neutral, and that's Jaden that I talked about before, and this is Frisk. And then I'm like, what about the genocide neutral? And so I made Pipe, because why not? And yeah, double sword. And then I made Kara, of course, because you can't have a Kara without, whatever. Logic. And then recently I was trying to draw a cat, so I ended up looking up a tutorial, and there's me trying to draw a cat. That paw is horrible. That paw's okay, and that paw's okay, but seriously. My sister Noe has inhabited this, so let's see what she's been doing. That picture of me that actually looks good, but look at that chin crease. And so yeah, there's that. And that's all for my tutorial. What the heck did I just say? That's all for my sketchbook tour. Yeah, and I'll see you next time. This was Red Fox, White Fox, and bet you can't bark louder than me. See you in the next video. Bye!